This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, girls. So, in last class, we would have discussed some problems from Excel. So, what we started is text functions and date and time we have done, and stat functions. These are the three things we saw yesterday. Text functions. Then after that, we went into our date and time. Then we went through the stat functions. So, these are the things which we covered in last class. If you people have any doubt for the last class, or any questions you have, you can ask me. Okay, so you can put it in a chat box. If you have a doubt, put it as 1. If no doubts, put it as 0, so that we can see whether we have to refer things from the last class or move for the next topic. I'm repeating again. Oh, good. 0. Only one reply, one response. Why I am not getting any response from your batch? Only 1 or 2 people will be responding. Are you all listening to the class? Are you all referring the videos? I know Sukanya, you always responds me. I'm just checking with the others. Because most probably I only get response from 2 of them. One is Sukanya, then the other one is Isa. What is your name? Yeah, Isa Yusuf. Only 2 people respond me. In rare case, others 1 or 2 will reply me. Fine then, let me proceed. Statistic function. Now we will go for conditions. So let me change the values also. I don't want this numbers. Okay, now look here. This is what I have details. So I've taken only 2 things, Samsung and Apple as a brand. Then in a model, I've just given something like that is related to Samsung. 2 things I've used here. Related to Apple, I've used 3 things. That is model. So overall, I have 5 models, 2 brands, 5 models. Okay. Then for store, I've only considered 3 things. Okay. Here 2, here 5, and here 3. Then there is some sales price also. So now what we will be doing, usually if I want to know how much sales has happened, how many sales has happened, what is my today overall average sales, this and all what we will do. If I want to know how much total sales has happened, how many sales has happened, what is the total sales has happened, what is my average sales has happened, I'll be using this one. These are the formulas which we will be using in order to find this, right? All borders again. So now I want to know how many sales has happened. So count we have already done in the last class. So count refers to the values. It will count the number of places where the numbers are there. That means where the values are there. It will not add it, but it will only count the places. So here we go in to check how many total sales are happening. So count, open a bracket, select this, close the bracket, enter. Second thing, I want to know how many sales has happened. So if this is my 15 sales, what is the total of this 15 sales? This I have to know. Equals to sum, select the range, close the bracket, enter. So I got this total sales. What will be the average sales per unit, per model or per product which I'm selling? So what we will do, this total divided by 15, that is what we have here, the count. So this I need it as an average, so use a function here as average. Average, then I select this, close the bracket, enter. So this is what I have done. This is what we have done now. So see, you got this same output. But this is not my actual requirement. This is why I'm showing you, because we have learned all these things. So you will be knowing it. Now my condition here is, I want to know the number of sales. Okay, number of Samsung phones. Samsung phones sold. Okay, total amount of sales that is related to Samsung. Okay, what is the average sales of Samsung? This I have to know. So that means we have one condition here. The condition is very simple, only Samsung. Right? So only Samsung is my condition. I select all these things. Instead of merging, I do merge across. Merge across. So automatically each and every line will get merged here. Means everything is separate. Merge across means this is one cell, this is one cell, this is one cell, this is one cell. So this is what we have done so far. So this is my condition what I have given. Now based on Samsung, we are going to use a function here. Count if. Sum if. So condition is that. So if. Then average. Average if. These are the conditions which we are going to use. Okay. So we'll go for count if equals to count if. So count if what it excuse me, what it does, counts the number of cells within a range that meet the given condition. So that is meeting my given condition. So counts the number of cells within a range that is meeting the given condition. Count if. So where is my range? So range is that is related to Samsung. So where I have a Samsung in the list of brand. So from this list of brand, comma, now what I need a Samsung. Criteria is nothing but the condition. So you have to open a double quote, Samsung, close the double quote, close the bracket, enter. So we have 6. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 we have here. Right? 6 Samsungs we have. So this 6 Samsungs total also I need to check. So what we will do? Equals to sum if. So range is from this list of brand, comma, the condition is Samsung, Make sure there is no spelling error. Clear? If there is a spelling mistake, then you won't be getting an output. Suppose after Samsung, if you have given in your list of brand space, and when you're typing we are not using a space, then it will be an error. So make sure there is no extra space and there is no spelling errors also. Clear? Whatever the spellings you have given, same thing you have to give. Comma. So here my range is the list of brands. Then the condition is Samsung. What is my sum range? Sum range, that is amount range. This is my amount range. Close the bracket, enter. So this is the total of this six six Samsung phones total money. So here you can see this is including Apple as well as Samsung, but here only Samsungs I'm getting here. Okay, next one we will go for a average. So equals to average if. So this will find the average value of the condition what you are giving. Average if, only if. Okay, so then range, again the same thing, the list of brand, comma, my condition is Samsung, then close the bracket, double quote, comma, average range, that is average values of this sales price, close the bracket, enter. So you're getting the average price here. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If not, you can try to do this. Okay, I'll give you some time. I'll give you 3 minutes. Just finish this fast and let me know. Once it is done, you can respond me.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, so then we'll go for the next part. So soon you have done, yeah? Even data entry you have done. Okay, the next part I'm going here with multiple condition. Here I had only one condition. Now I'm going to give condition here. So have a condition. I need a count count, sum and average of of Samsung, along with the Samsung brand I have. So that is model. Now Galaxy S8. In this, I need an output which is available in USA. Three condition. This is my condition here. So we need to count and we have to find the total and also the sales that is happening related to Samsung, Galaxy S8 and USA. This is the conditions what we have. So let's see this whether we can find out the values or not. The same thing I'm going to use here. Count if. Instead of if, it is going to be ifs. Multiple condition ifs. Then sum ifs. Then average ifs. Okay, this is the condition. Now based on these three conditions, we'll find out here how many Samsung or Galaxy 8 which is available, which is made a sales from the USA. Total sales we have to find, and what is the total amount, what is the average amount, this we will see. Equals to count ifs. Count ifs, the criteria range. So now we have a three conditions. Previously only one condition, so we had only criteria, but here three conditions we have, so it is criteria range 1. So criteria range 1 is the list of first condition. My first condition is related to brands. From this brand, comma, my requirement here is Samsung, close the double quote, comma. Then criteria range 2, my second condition, is the model. From this list of model, comma, my condition here, my applied condition here is store, that is USA. No, from the second list, I need a Galaxy S8, close the double quote, comma. Now criteria range 3, my third conditions. So from this list of store, comma, I need an output that is related to USA. Close the double quote. So now what it says, so my three condition, again criteria range 4 it is asking me, but I don't have another condition, so I can ignore this. So what I need the list of brands, that is Samsung Galaxy S8, which is made a sales from a USA. How many sales has happened from the USA? This I have to know. So we have given the three conditions, close the bracket, enter. So I got this. This is only two sales. Now what if, see here, I have a Galaxy S8 USA. Then here Galaxy S8 USA 2. Galaxy S8, here it is Singapore. Suppose if I change here to USA, then I get 3. Let me undo this. So only 2 I have. Now we will make a total of this 2 sales. Okay, equals to sum of, that is sum ifs, sum range. Sum means it is a value. Sum range, average range, that is a values. So sum range, here it is a list of sales price. Then starts your conditions. In account only conditions was there, but here you have a total values that is required. So sum range. After that, now the condition starts. What is your criteria range 1? Your first condition. From this list of brands, comma, I need an output of Samsung, close the double quote, give a comma. From the list of model, comma, I need an output of Galaxy S8, give this value in a double quote, Galaxy S8, close the double quotation, comma. Then the third condition here is from the list of store, comma, I need an output that is related to USA, close the double quote, close the bracket. So I need the total value that is related to Samsung Galaxy S8 and made a sales from the USA store. So let's see, this is the total sales. The average of this we need to find. So equals to average ifs. So average range is this one. Average range is this one. So now that is the total sales price. Criteria range, same thing again. This is my criteria range. I need an output of Samsung, then comma, criteria range 2. From the list of model, my output required here is Galaxy S8, close the double quote, comma. Then from the list of stores, I need an output related to USA. So this is how you will be working on this multiple conditions. You can try this. I'll give you another 2 minutes. Once you finish, you can let me know. Have you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you guys? Okay, fine. Then let's do the same thing by copying this data itself, but a different method. Okay, we will see some other functions. I copy this data and I'm just updating here below this. So different formulas we will use. So we need the same thing. We are going to use the same thing, but different ways, right? So only one condition. So first of all, what we will do, we will give a name for this table. Instead of selecting again and again and again the same table, better to give a name for this. So select the range, go for this formula tab. You have an option here as define name. Select this. Okay. Then now let's give here as store underscore. There is no space is accepted here, so I'm using underscore store sales. See, you can see here, this is the name of the sheet is sheet 3. The range has been selected. I'll click on this. Okay, the range has been selected. Now I will rename this to condition. So after this, again, let's see, since I have already defined here, I will go and check it in name manager store sales. Can you see here, instead of sheet 3 it has changed to condition B20. So that is column B20 to E35 with a absolute sales reference I'm having here. Okay, fine. Let me close this. Now I have the same thing condition. I need a brand and the sales price, or you can take count of a Samsung, all the Samsung, only one condition. So I have a value here 3000, 4000, 3000, another 3000. So 3200, 3000, 4000 here, 3500, 3100, 3100, 3500. So I need to make a sales, I mean the count, the number of sales that has happened more than 3500. So this is the condition. So you can take this and give a name also. I'll go for this define name. I'll give here as store underscore sales underscore condition. This is what I'm giving. You can give in a simple method also, but still I want you to understand, so I'm just giving here store sales condition. So okay, I'll click on this. Okay, name has been given. Now what is my requirement? I need to count the number of sales that is greater than 3500. I need the sum of this Samsung whichever has made a sales more than 3500. I need an average, or here we can't find out. Okay, fine. First we will do this. So here what I will do, instead of count I'll take here as D count, D sum. What is this D stands for? D stands for a database. Database. What is my database? This is my data here. From this data I'm going to count it, right? So see here, equals to D count. So you have this all the D related functions. So you can see here. Okay. D count. D count. So you can see the meaning. Count the cell that contains the numbers in the field, that is in the column of the records in the database that matches the condition you are specifying, right? So that matches the condition what you are specifying in the database. So that is what it says as D count. So I'll open a bracket. Now it says database. What is my database? This entire data is my database. I can either select this, so I got the name, or I can directly type here. See, I type here store sales. I have to just select this. Once you select this, then you will get this. See, I'm just using here a tab button. Whichever the option you will go to that particular option, press a tab, so automatically it will get selected, comma. Field, I need a sales price, so select this as your sales price. You can fix this F4, comma. My criteria, that is my condition, we have already given here condition sales store sales condition. I'll select this, close the bracket, enter. So there are three sales, that is more than 3500. How many sales we had here? Six we had. In that six, three are more than 3500. Now I want to know what is the total of this three. Again, so your syntax remains the same thing, only what you are applying will change. D sum. D sum. So adds the number of cells, numbers in the field, that is in a column of records, in the column of records in the database that matches the condition you are specifying. So my database is a sales store. I need a field, that is the total value of the sales price. So I'm selecting the field itself. Here we are directly selecting the field. Press F4 and then a comma. Conditions, we have already given a name for this condition also. Store sales condition. Close the bracket, enter. The syntax remains the same thing for both. D sum, D count. Only thing is the start of the formula will be different. So if this is my 1210 is my total sales, in this three sales, which is out of this 3500, which is the lowest amount. If I'm selling more than 3500, from this 3500 to whatever the sales I'm doing, highest sale, from suppose I have 1 to 100. 1 to 100, I want to know more than 75 how many people have got. So I got this more than 75 how many people have got. Now from this 75 to 100, which is the lowest score, that I want to know. For that we will use a D min, database minimum value, equals to D min. Database is a sales store, then field is sales price, F4. Or we will do one more thing before I apply the formula. Only this particular sales cell I will select, only the sales price. Instead of going to define name, I will change here itself. I'll remove this E20, that is a cell address, E20, and I'll give here as SP. SP is the sales price. That's all. I've given this. If you want to check in this, you can see here. So SP sales price, that is E20, already it is taken. Now we will apply a formula, equals to D minimum. So database sales store field is sales price, comma, condition is a store sales condition, close the bracket, enter. You got this. So even in this, I want to know which is the highest one. More than 3500, 3596 is the highest, is the lowest one. If this is the lowest one, what is the highest one? So that is D max I want to find. So now what we will do, equals to D max, open a bracket, database is from the sales store, condition criteria, that is field is SP, then my criteria is my condition. The condition here is sales super, that is sales store conditions. So I'll take this. So this is the highest one. This is the highest one. I'll go apply this all borders. So these are the things which we are finding. Okay, so this is, I'm just keeping this available, or let me keep this as available. So everything is the same thing. You can find here how we have done. Syntax is the same thing, right? Syntax remains the same thing. You just need to apply this. I'm keeping this available. You can try this. In case any doubt, you can ask me. I'll keep the screen available for 3 minutes. You can do this and let me know.
Another way, I tell number, one number.
Done, ma'am.
Very good. So we'll do the other part. So since we have already done this, let me use same data. Let me copy or I'll leave some of the data. Okay, let's type some data itself. You can type along with me. I'll rename this as lookup. We are going to use VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. If I have some data, I'll just copy paste it. I'm just copying, searching some data. Once I search and copy, I'll just open a screen for you all. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen also. So I have here product ID, product name, salesman, and sales. So let me change the values also. I'll just take a random values between 1000 to 5000. It can be anything, so I'm just taking like this. Control C, Control Alt V, then paste it as values. So let me give all borders also now. All borders. Then to adjust this field, I'll select this range, format, auto fit, column width. So automatically it will adjust based on the space that is required. Then let me increase the screen so that you can see. I'll highlight this, take the background color as black and font color in a white, and I'll make this bold also so that it is easy also for you to refer. Now, before we apply any VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP, first thing, what is VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP is when you have a data information vertically. VLOOKUP, that is vertical data lookup. VLOOKUP. It is not your heading. It is not your heading. Clear? It is your data. So the data which is in vertical format. Data arranged in vertical format. Then HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP is what? When your data is arranged horizontally. So let me show you this also. I'm just copying this data. Copy, and I'll paste it below this. Below this, but not directly pasting. I'm just using here transpose. So this way. If your data is horizontally arranged, horizontally given, then you are going to use HLOOKUP. So instead of vertical, we are going to use HLOOKUP. So when your data is arranged vertically and horizontally, based on that you will be looking for your data, what formula you are going to use, right? Now next thing, vertical we understood, horizontal we understood. So vertical means this one, vertical format, which means it is a column, and here horizontal means it is a row. It is a row. So this is what you will be doing in this. And what are the prerequisites you must have before you are applying this VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP condition? Before you start VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP conditions, the condition here is your data must not contain a repeated things. Repeated things in the sense, see here, the product name will be repeated again. So pen drive I have, so pen drive is repeated many times. Hard disk I have, even this is repeated. Mouse I have, so many is repeated. Even the salesman are again and again it is repeated. So if it is repeated, first thing you have to arrange this data in an ascending order. Since this cannot be arranged in an ascending order because the date will also change, or the month will also change, or even there might be some miscalculation also might happen. In that case, since we can't arrange this in ascending order, we can create it as a table, maintain this data as a table, first thing. If not, define a name. Okay, why? Because there might be some kind of repetitions, right? So these are the conditions. As the data must be sorted in an ascending order, a table must be given with a name. So what we will do, I'll copy this. Okay, I'll copy this. So I think even the product ID is repeated. Hmm, what to do? Okay, let me see some other data. Wait. This also I can't use. Okay, give me a second. Let me look for some other data.
Excuse me, ma'am, you're not audible.
So I've just taken some names here and the product names, so city and the total sales. So what we are going to do here, we are going to find out the values that is related to anything. Say suppose uh, when we have anything related to, I need to find out details, any details. Suppose I have a daily sales or daily things, say like Amazon, Flipkart, everyday sales is happening, everyday returns is happening. So today might be one thousands of sales I would have made, so that will have a large data. From this large data, there is one customer who is asking me for the return of goods. So what is the return of goods? I know the product name, but what is her name? In the same name, there will be a three or four people would have ordered here. Now I need to make a return. Okay, return, that means refund process I have to go for. So in the same name, today five people are good. Out of 1000, five people are having a same name. Now I want to get the details of only this particular person's sale. So how will I track? There will be some unique information. Product ID, individual product, it will be having a details. So if the same name, two more peoples are being used, then what I will have, another thing is order ID. So everything there will be a one or the other details which we will be using to track. So same way, employee ID, Aadhaar number, PAN card, all these are the unique details which is given for individual person. Now what I want to know, let's apply the function here. If this is the ID number, if I have an ID number here, right? So for this 1005, who is the salesperson? What product did he make a sales? And how much sales he has made? These details I want to extract. To extract this information, I will be using a formula, that is VLOOKUP. Okay, I'm going to use VLOOKUP here. Okay, so I need to find out who is a salesperson for this particular ID. Say in your schools, colleges also, there are many people, many students studying. So your friends or even from in your same class or in the other class, the same name will be available, right? One or the other person will have the same name. Even the surname is also the same thing. Then what we will do, you will have a unique identification, that is student register number. So through the register number, I can find out who is the student. So that is what we are going to do here, right? So vertical data when you have, that is VLOOKUP. When you have a horizontal data, you will be using HLOOKUP. So I'll go here, equals to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. So lookup value. Lookup value is what? I'm searching for this information. I'm searching the information that is related to a particular ID, register number or anything. This particular ID information I'm looking for, comma, then table array. Where is my table? This is my table. This is my table, comma, column index number. So I said VLOOKUP we will be using column, HLOOKUP we will be using row. Now what I need? Column index number. So where is my column? In the selected table, I'm looking for which one? Salesman. Salesman is in which column? So ID is the first column, salesman is the second column, product is the third column, city is the fourth column, sales is the fifth column. I'm looking for which one? Salesman. Salesman is a second column from my selected table range. So column index number is 2, comma. So true match and false match. True match says approximate match. False match says as exact match. So approximate match means, first of all, a false match. False exact match means exact information that is related to 1005. If I change the ID 10003, then only that I have to get. 10010, then only that details have to get. Like unique identification, as I said you an example with your student register number, order ID, Aadhaar number. So this won't be repeated for every person's individual identification. So it won't change again. So in that case, individual recognition has been given, individual identity is given. So then exactly the same information, same output if I require, then I will use here exact information. When I will use this approximate match, when I need something between something, like I want to know, say if we have done in a result, we have done in a student result saying that pass or fail. So 0 to 35, 35 to 100. Students can get any marks from 0 to 100. It can be less than 35, it can be more than 35, any numbers. So any numbers, based on that I have to give them a result as pass or fail. Then I will use approximate match, because we can't say that this is a particular number. In that case we will use approximate match. So I go here with the exact match, close the bracket, enter. So I got to know what is this 1005 Chandan. Okay, I'm just clicking here in order to drag this. You can see the other difference here. See, mouse, yes I got it. Delhi, yes I got it. 361, but what here I'm getting? 384. For this Delhi, it's 361 I have, but it is taking here. So I told you it will always take from the ascending order. From the beginning it will see, and always it will arrange all the data from the left side. And see the syntax here. This is a table I've selected, this is a cell I've selected. But when you go for the second one, I'm sorry, here the second one, see, it is moving for Chandan instead of ID, and the see, even the table is also moving. Enter. I'll go for the next one also. Check it out. And this also says, see, again the table is moving. So that is what we always fix the cell, fix the table using F4, or we give a name, we define a name. So what we will do, instead of this we will redo once again. I'll delete this and I'm going to do this. Before I do, I select this. I select this data. We will go for data, or you can also use through the table name, or from the formula you can give this define name. So since I've already told you how to use a define name, this time I'll be using here uh, table. So you have a table here. I'll select this table. So table range, my table has a headers. I'll click on this OK. So I don't need this banded rows or anything. So, and I don't even need the filters, right? I don't even need a filters. So for this table, I'll give a name here as salesmen underscore data. Okay, I've given a name. Then for this also we will give a name. So you can also use the same place, but I'm just giving here as ID, or I'll give here, okay, let me give ID itself, ID, enter. Okay, for this also I've given a name. Now here equals to we lookup value is id. So this is a cell, comma, table array, we have given a name here as salesman data, comma, column index number 2. So I got this column index number 2, and I even got this details also. Even I have to give here the false match, but still I pressed enter. Okay, I got this. Now if I drag this, see, everywhere you will see the Chandan itself. Why? Everywhere the column index number is 2. So I need the product is in the third column, and then fourth one I need here, fourth one, that is a city, fifth one, that is my sales amount. This is what I need it for 5. Like this you can change it. Okay, like this you can change it. So let me change here one more ID. Suppose I want to look for an output that is related to ID number 1009. Enter. So see, the details got changed. Suppose I want to look for a value that is related to ID 1002. See, the details will change. But I don't want to again and again type the ID. Let me create a drop down list. So go for this data tab. Then you have an option here as data validation. Data validation. Select this. In this any values, pick the list. Source. So source where I have the ID numbers, these are the ID numbers I have. Select this, click on OK. So you will find the drop down. Whichever the ID number you want, you can pick from here. So automatically according to that the values will change. Is it clear to everyone? If anybody has a doubt, you can ask me. Anybody has a doubt? Why, Ankita? Are you not getting my voice? I'm sorry, I'm seeing your chat box now only. I just saw it now. Ankita,
No,
any
ma'am, it wasn't
problem?
audible. It wasn't audible before. You were on mute, but now it's okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So anybody has a doubt? Might be I was not audible because when I was copying, I was just keeping quiet, copying the data. So I was keeping quiet. So might be you would have not heard anything. Okay. Anybody has a doubt in this VLOOKUP? Please, you have to respond me. If you have a doubts, put it as 1 in a chat box, and if you have no doubts, put it as 0. At least, please respond for this. Okay. Sophia, only one response then. Good. Monisha. So that's all. That means only 2 have no doubts and others everyone are having a doubt. Okay. See, now what you can do is try the same thing. We look up by taking here as student register number, student name, then total score. Just take this. Okay, so using this data you can find out what is the register number, what is the student name, and what is the register number. You can find out here. Suppose I'll just give here a hyphen or mcc hyphen 2001. This is what I started, mcc hyphen 2002. I'll select this. Now you can drag this for some students list. Okay, now what I can do, I'll just copy this list of names because all are unique. I'll copy this, put it over here, and we may also have some names here. I'll copy this also, put it into this VLOOKUP. Okay, like this. I've just updated total score, we will just take random values only, equals to rand between 300 to 600. Close the bracket, enter. I'll take like this. Now select this entire data. Before that, let me take this rand values. Okay. Control Shift down arrow key to select the entire row till where I have a doubt. Copy this. Control Alt V. Then values. So wherever I have all the values, I just selected this and pasted as a values. Then I'll select this entire data, copy, paste it as values, or I'll just take this as an all borders. So I don't want values because I've already pasted. Take it as all borders. Now this also all borders. So background, I need it in a black, text in a white, take it in a this thing. I'll just copy this and paste it here. Control V. So suppose I want to use this, I'll directly use a data validation. I'll go for this text fields, data validation, then list, I need it. From the list, I need the source. So source is from this register number till this last one. The last one is MCC 2021. Okay, I'll click on this. Okay, I got this drop down. Let me select any one register number. Let me go put down this I'm taking. So 1009, I want to know like 2009 what is the student name. This I have to know. We'll also give the name here. I'll select this range and see, I told you two methods already. One was a formula tab, define name. The second was insert tab, table name. But instead of going there, I'll go for this name box itself and I'll type here student underscore details, enter. So I've given a name. So for this also, I'll define a name. I'll remove this student, that is underscore register number. Okay, I've given this. So equals to lookup value is student register number, table array is student details, what I have, column details, column index number, I'm looking for student name. Student name is in my selected range. Register number is first column, student name is second column, total score is a third column, right? So now I need an output of student name, that is second column, comma. So I need the exact match. I need the exact match. Then I'll close the bracket. Then I press here enter. Fine. I'll just cover this. Then I need the total score also. I can just drag this and I'll change the column number here instead of 2 as 3. Okay. Now I need one more. That is first class, second class, third class. Okay. So range of result. There is no one failure, I'm just giving here as result. So my result, since I've taken 300 to 600, so this is based on this I will take. So I'm just applying here total score 0 to, so 300 to 400. My output required here is first, okay, third class, third class. Okay, 400 to 500, I need an output saying that second class. See why I'm using only one range, we can use only in this method when we have a value. That is, I also told you it must be in a ascending order, second class. 500 to 600, I'll take here as first class. Okay, so this one I'm again replacing 400, 500 and 600. This I will remove. So up to 400 it is third class, 400 to 500 second class, 500 to 600 it is first class. This is how I'm giving. Now let's give a name for this also. I'll select this. We will rename this as result underscore data. But this result is a score will not be 400 itself, 500 itself, and 600 itself. So I'm giving here equals to we lookup value. Lookup value is based on what? Total score. So total score. This cell I'm not going to fix because I need to drag this. Table array. This is the output I need. So my output required table is this one. So for this I have given a name here as result data, comma, column index number. I need the result column. This is first column, this is second column. Then approximate match, because the values may differ from one to another, so approximate match 300. So suppose if I am giving here 300, or I'll take 350. Okay, wait, 0 to 300, or 400, 400 to 600. So 0 to 400 is first class, 400 to 600 is second class, 600 to so 600 is, okay, let me give here as 300 itself, 300 and up to 500. So I'll just expand this, so you will get a result here. If I change here to 350, so then you will get all this output. 3 scores we have. So when the score is something between the range, then this is what will happen. So I want you to try all these things, refer the videos and do it. So I'm stopping till here. Okay, her videos will be shared since we do not have more time. So you will be getting the videos. You can refer this and try to do. Okay, I'll save this also. So here ends all our Excel program, that is the formulas. Next one will be a pivot table. I'll share this file also for your practice. Clear? I'll be sharing this on Saturday along with the pivot table. Do you people have any doubt? Anybody has a doubt? Fine. Good. So now what you will do, you will practice everything, because once I finish the pivot table, I'll be starting with the Tableau. Fine then, that's all for today. See you in next class. Take care everyone. Bye. Happy Republic.